welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing relationship reading. Why not, right? Alright, so what we're going to do is this deck is going to be it's going to be representing you. I did pre-shuffle all these decks, but I'll just do it real quickly here again. Alright, so we're going to be putting some cards down that's going to be representing you. 1, 2, and 3. The center is the vibration that's going to be between the two of you, okay? So remember, this purple deck here is you. And the center cards are going to be what vibrations are flowing between the two of you. Now just remember, that you can, they always say, oh, do you love me? Do you love me? Are you in love with me? Loving something and being in love is basically almost two different things, but it's true when you love every aspect and every way of them, and you know that it is true. You love chocolate, right? Some of you love chocolate, and does that mean you're in love with it, or you just cherish it? Okay, so that's what I'm saying by the difference between I love it and I'm in love with it. When you're in love with it, you just absorb everything from their character and blend it in with your character. So in other words, a lot of people come to tarot reads looking for their soulmates, right? Are they my soulmate? Well, are they? Only you really know. I mean, are you looking for someone that's going to complement everything of you? Are you looking for someone that's a complete match for you, that likes to do everything absolutely the way you like to do it and likes to do everything you like to do? Or do you want some little bit of conflict in there, Say you like going barefoot and they always want to wear socks. That's some differences there. But so do you want a little bit of difference? Do you want a little bit of difference, or do you want something completely the same? Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from, but it's just something to think about. It's just something to think about. Everybody wants to know, is this true love? Is it true love? Do they really love me? Are they cheating on me? And all this. Those are some of the most common questions that everybody goes to tarot reads for. So I'm just going to give you my insight on this. It's a general reading. I don't know your question. I don't know your situation. So I'm just going to read the cards with my own intuition and give you my feelings on what is coming up across the board here for you. Alright, so again, we're just going to go ahead. This top row is the past. This is the present time, and this is the near future here for you. And just one more thing about reading cards. These are suggestions. Okay, this is suggestions. It's not a personal reading, so like I said, I don't know your question. So anyhow, with that all being said, let's just go on into your reading and let's see. Let's take your first card here that's representing you in the past and your feelings on this relationship. Okay, so it's saying you're moving on. In your recent past, you might have had someone that, again, that wasn't, you weren't feeling that you were connected completely with them. Again, were they complete opposites of you, or were you trying to be, or was it someone that just did everything exactly the way you did, and was that annoying to you? So whichever way that was in your past, this is just showing that in your past that you're moving on, that you've changed your perspective, in other words, of whom and how you want to be in a relationship with someone. Okay, it's this picture. On the bottom it says it's moving on. And you've had some time to think about, you were in it for quite a while. This person in this card is holding a stopwatch here. stopwatch, right? Stop and watch, stop and watch. So you did a lot of, there was a lot of reflection going on in your mind on that relationship in from the past. You know, you stopped and you just watched, and you know things were running through your mind. The time was just going through your mind. You know, like your mind was all the gears in this stopwatch here. They were just constantly moving, and you just finally said, you know, this has to stop. This has to stop. I can't be wondering and wishing and hoping for things to change. It's time for me to move on and find a different way of communicating, perhaps with the person you're with or with whomever it was. It was time to stop that relationship. So for some of you, it may be it was time for you to stop a relationship. And for some of you, this may be just saying, you know, from the past, a few weeks ago or so, you know, it was time for you to stop that watch and just pay close attention and see if this is really resonating with you on this relationship, and where do you want to go with this? Because he is walking through a door here. He's walking through the doorway. Okay? So let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and see what your significant other was in the past. Contemplation. They had some contemplation. So again, a recent, you know, this may be, like I was saying, this could be your past from a couple weeks ago, or this could be a past relationship that you were in with this moving on. Remember, so this person, you know, you were saying, oh, I got to move on, this isn't working. They were contemplating the same, so they were contemplating basically the same thing. So you were both on the same path about each other. It's not that you didn't love them, it's not that they didn't love you. It was just that it was too much overthinking in this relationship, or in that relationship. It could be going on right now, that there is too much thinking going on between you and between them, overthinking of how it is supposed to be. Okay? So the vibration between the two of you here is, it's safe for you to shine. It's safe for you to shine. It is safe for you to have your own opinions, your own ways of doing things. Don't change yourself for them exactly the way that they're not going to change for you, because that is true love, is loving yourself, loving them, and loving the things that the both of you bring into the relationship. So it's safe to shine. It was safe to shine. If this past has broken up here, if this is representing a past relationship for you and it has broken, well, that's okay. Because it's safe to shine. It's safe to shine, to be your own self and to bring in your own light. If this relationship that these two cards are talking about was just a few weeks ago or so, that is still going on, just remember, it's safe to shine. It's safe for you to bring to this relationship what you want to bring to it. And it's all right for them also to bring what they want into this relationship. And that's you know, how love will start to grow, by bringing, you know, both of the sides in together. All right, so let's go into the present time now. Present time, you have fertility. Fertility doesn't necessarily mean in a sexual way. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be a pregnancy or anything. Fertility just means that these thoughts, that these love, you know, whatever this stopwatch was making you stop on, it's fertility. You've grown, you've learned from this past, moving on with this stopwatch. You have learned. It's saying that there's now abundance and there's going to be growth in a relationship for you in this present time, that your relationship is growing. Okay? Let's go ahead and see what theirs is. There's re-energizing. All right? absorbing, re-energizing. They are absorbing, they are understanding more of what it's like to be in this relationship with you. They're re-energizing, they're revamping themselves. You know, there was a lot of contemplation. Wasn't quite sure if this was gonna, you know, if that spark was exactly lit, exactly to the point, to the T, you know. They were contemplating on stuff. But again, it was safe to shine. It's safe to shine. So, you know, they're re-energizing themselves. You know, you had put the stopwatch on and they had time to absorb, to go into different perspectives. And, you know, so the both of you here, you know, the both of you had time to absorb the fertility, absorbing the new abundances. Um, you know, the seed was planted, in other words, you were watered, and now you're ready to bloom and blossom. They've had their rest, they've had time to think about things, they've re-energized themselves. So at this present time right here, it's just showing that you have been growing, that you are growing closer together, that love, you know, that this love that you feel, they are starting to understand, and they're starting to feel that love from you and understand what you are also putting out. So let's go ahead and see what the vibration between the two of you is right now. It's healing myself. Healing myself heals my lineage. Exactly what I was saying here. Planted a seed, you're growing, right? They took the time, they contemplated, they thought about things in their head, and then they pulled in all that and put it into their heart, and they're re-energizing. You both had time to heal. So this, you know, this relationship that's going on right now at this present time is saying that you're overcoming some of your fears. You're overcoming some of your fears. You're taking the time to regrow and to feel the love for each other once again, or it's growing stronger. It all depends on your scenario and your story. So let's go ahead and see what the future holds. Future holds love begins. Isn't that sweet? Love begins. Love begins. You've taken the time to study, to put stops on stuff and to watch. You know, you've had time to grow. You've learned through life experiences as well in love. You know what to accept and what not to accept with this stopwatch, with this moving on. And love is beginning now. Love is going to begin in the near future for you. And so let's go ahead and see what their card is. Their card is ask for help. Ask for help, they're saying. Ask for help. They're re-energized. They've been thinking things over. They've been contemplating. They're re-energizing themselves. And now they're wanting to ask for help. I don't quite understand. I don't quite understand what the question is here on why they're asking for help. So let's go ahead and pull a card here to give this some clarification. What are they asking help on? What are they asking help for on this relationship or in this relationship? What is the help? Inner knowing. Inner knowing. Now this is inner knowing. They're asking for help on their inner knowing. So they're still contemplating a little bit, and you know, they're re-energizing themselves though, so they're trying to make more of an understanding. They're trying, it's not that they're really trying to, they are soul searching inside themselves, okay? They are searching inside themselves. If they maybe seem a little distant from you, it doesn't mean that they're not loving you, because the love, you know, the love is beginning. The love has begun. You know, the caring and the healing and the love and the time to shine is here for you, for them, for the two of you, all right? So it's this inner knowing. They're asking for help on their inner knowing. So this just tells me that they're being a little insecure for some reason. They're having a little bit of insecurities for some reason. Having little insecurities. Let's go ahead and see what the vibration is. It says, my aura is magnetic to the golden opportunities. Magnetic, you're drawing in the energy, re-energizing here. They're re-energizing, drawing that energy, drawing in that energy. It's being magnetic. You may be more so feeling like perhaps that you need to comfort them a little more. Perhaps this is saying that you need to comfort them a little more. Let them know that you are ready for a relationship, and for them not to be so worried and to be contemplating so much and questioning you. Now, if they're constantly questioning you about this, then about this relationship, I would I would just say, okay, give them some space, or move on, because it's safe for you. It is safe. It is safe for you to shine. It's safe for you to shine. You want to heal yourself, right? You want to heal yourself. You want to give yourself the abundance and the love and the fertility of your own heart. You want to bring that in. You want to bring that out in these orbs here around her. These halos, we'll say, is your aura, is your energy that's going out. You've got love begins here with this beautiful rainbow, two hands pouring their emotions out into this stream. Okay? So if you're feeling as though, you keep retelling them, oh, I do love you. I don't understand why you don't believe me. What's going on? If you have to keep telling them constantly, I love you, I love you, they're having some insecurities, as this is kind of showing, I guess. Really, it really is showing that there is some insecurities going on here. There's contemplation. There was the time to re-energize, and they need to ask someone for help. They need to trust. They need to trust their inner knowing. They need to trust their inner knowing, so they know deep down in their heart that's very, that you are being true to them. But, if they have to keep questioning you and having insecurities about this relationship, I would just say to go ahead and move on. But that's your choice. This is just what I'm receiving from these cards. This is telling you that my aura is magnetic to the golden opportunity. You have a golden opportunity here. They have a golden opportunity, because remember, this is the center, is the both of you coming together. So there is an opportunity for this relationship to grow further and to cancel out all those insecurities. But again, you have that opportunity to make that choice. Are you going to stay? Are you in love? Are you in love, or do you just love them? It's a difference. True love comes from loving them and everything about them, right? And being in love, brings in enlightenment, and joy. Now, if there's no enlightenment, there's no joy, there's no spark has blown out, well, then you have the opportunity to stay or to go. It's your choice. It's your choice. Yeah. So, I hope that answered or resonates with you in some way, somehow. It's your choice, so there's your reading. Bye now.